guys, how's it going? My name is Ryan. Welcome back to Miss Apollyon, and today I'm going to be doing a personality test. I remember I want to say, like 8th grade, they had us do this in some writing class I was in. So this is supposed to be like the Myers-Briggs test. I don't think it's like exact, but yeah, this is 16personalities.com. So we're just gonna go through this and see what kind of personality I am. So I'm gonna just say that I think that I'm gonna be very much an introvert because I like to be alone. I like to be inside. I like to be by myself, usually with music and stuff. But so yeah, let's just dive right in. So it's supposed to take less than 12 minutes. Be yourself. Answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer. Okay, and try not to leave any neutral answers. Okay. All right, so we'll do this. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. Well, I guess that would depend on if I know the people there. And even then, I'm gonna go with disagree because I guess I do like having my own friends around. I like to host, I like to have people over, but I don't really like it if it's not people I'm comfortable with. All right. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. I agree. Definitely. We should take a look at my Pinterest sometime just to show you how unrealistic that is from what my goals are. Okay, your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. Absolutely. When I go traveling, I like to really just get a feel of what's around and then just go like do whatever. I don't really like to have plans and schedules and things like that. Like if I wanted a schedule, I would just stay at work, you know? Like I'd like to go explore and just kind of do whatever feels natural. And if if we want to do it, maybe we want to do something before we go, and then we get there and we're like, there's no point in like going and doing that thing if you don't want to, and you can go do something else. So no, I would rather just gather some things up and then just go do whatever we feel like doing. All right. So you often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it's taken place. Every day, absolutely. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. I mean, I would want to say that yes, my first instinct is to support them emotionally, but I like to be a mentor and I like to teach people new things. So my first instinct really is to be like, how can we fix this? What can we do right now that would help solve the issue? However, that's not necessarily what I do. I usually do try to support them, and then when they're ready, try to work on that problem together if that's what they want. So technically, no, my first instinct is not to just support them, but it's to try to help them. So I'm gonna say disagree on this one, and we're gonna go here. People can rarely upset you. Absolutely not true. People can upset me very, very easily, and it happens a lot in my line of work especially. I try not to let it get to me, but that doesn't mean it doesn't. I still definitely get upset, and I mean a lot of the times it's not even like the people I talk to that can upset me too, but it's like the people I care about I really care about their opinions of me, and so it definitely depends on the person. So I'd say I can get upset pretty easily, but a lot of the times it's with people I know, and that's when it gets to me. So yeah, I'm gonna disagree with that. Okay, you often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. I'm gonna say no, I disagree with that. I maybe start the conversation, but I can definitely keep one going, especially if the other person is able to hold a conversation and, talk back and forth, not just the like general okay, lol, things like that drives me nuts. And so I like to ask questions, I like to keep open-ended questions, I like to talk to people. Don't necessarily need to be the one like to have somebody else start that conversation, but I can definitely keep one going. So we're gonna do that. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get it back on track as soon as possible. Depends on the plans. But I definitely think that I don't really care. That sounds so terrible, but no. I think it's a matter of like, yeah, I mean, it would be nice if I could get things back on track. Like, I make a lot of plans and then don't want to follow through when they start to come up, which is like a really terrible thing to do. So I'm going to say I disagree with this. Not wholeheartedly, because like I said, it does definitely depend on what the plan is. So we'll disagree. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. I worry all the time, bruh. Like, it doesn't even matter if it's somebody I just met. It could be somebody I've known for years, and I worry about, like, how an interaction went. I will always worry about people. So we're gonna hella disagree with that. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. I'm gonna disagree with that one as well. I like to do a lot of things by myself. And it depends, okay? Like, how all by myself am I? Like, can I have my dogs? Because if I have my dogs, I'm probably good. We can just play, hang out. I like to watch a lot of YouTube. Lately, it's been Animal Crossing across all my favorite YouTubers, so that's pretty good. So I don't think so. As long as I could leave the house and, like, go hiking or go for a walk or, you know, things like that, I think I would do just fine. I crave alone time actually a lot. So yeah, we're gonna disagree with this. All right, so you are more of a detail-oriented than a big picture person. I'm gonna disagree. I'm definitely a big picture person, and I, you know, usually find the big picture and then I get down to the details. And even then the details are like, kind of do something like this and just call it good. So we're gonna disagree. You are very affectionate with the people you care about. I'm gonna agree with that, yeah, not completely. It kind of depends on what type of affection. I really hate being touched, so. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. Absolutely not. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't really have a problem with that either. I'm just kind of taking it step by step, day by day, but no, definitely don't have any plan. I don't, you know, whatever happens, it happens, it's fine. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. Absolutely. There's a lot of mistakes that I've made that still bug me to this day, where I wonder like how things could have turned out, and I don't know that that'll ever go away. A lot of the times it's easier to ignore, but yeah, definitely still bothered. Absolutely. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action. Like I said, it depends on the party, who's there, you know, what kind of, like, situation I'm in. I'm gonna kind of agree with this. I don't like to be, like, in the middle of the crowd, but yeah, we're gonna kind of agree with this. You find it difficult to relate to a problem. Back up. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. I think I take a very forward approach with situations, and a lot of the times it's not emotion. It's more like, I don't know how to describe it, but I try to see things from other people's perspectives, and so really with emotions, with people letting their emotions guide them, I see where they're coming from, I just don't react that way. So no, I guess I don't find it difficult, because that's what I try to do. I try to put myself in their position. Alright, when looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog. Absolutely, I don't really like watching movies either. My fiance can watch movies back to back to back, and I don't know how he does it. He'll just start one in the morning, and then he could probably just watch movies all day. I get bored about halfway through a movie, so I have to really be invested in the movie to be able to get through it. And I think a lot of the movies I've seen lately, I probably would have stopped halfway through and just did something else. I don't know, I get bored. There's nothing about a lot of movies that really captures my attention enough to want to stay. So yeah, I could spend a long time browsing just because I don't really care that much for movies. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. Absolutely true. My dog broke her leg in March, and while my fiance was panicking, I was trying to figure out where we needed to go, what was open still. It was 4 in the morning. That might be a story time if you guys want. I don't know. But yeah, I can definitely stay calm under a lot of pressure. Mostly because that was how my dad is. He's very, very, very solid. And so when he was ever, under a lot of pressure, I was, able to see that growing up. So yeah, I can stay calm. All right, we are 30% of the way through this. It's only supposed to take 12 minutes. I'm just making it a lot longer than it needs to be. All right, when in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. Absolutely not. Because we talked about it earlier, I care a lot about first impressions with people, and I don't want to ruin it by talking. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Definitely bizarre. The dream that I had the other night, I'm terrified of needles. And of course, the birth control that I'm on is I have to go in every 3 months and I get a shot in my arm. And so I was sitting in the doctor's office, and I remember I was staring at the wall, I was feeling dizzy, and the nurse was waiting for me to calm down, and I wasn't, I was still panicking. And so what she did was she took like the side of my head like this, and then went like that, and jammed the needle into my skull. That's just like one of the many dreams that I get. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna say they're definitely bizarre, absolutely. In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. I really disagree with this. I think the best way to get ahead in life is to bring people with you. That's just, how I feel. I feel like, if you can lift somebody else up and bring them with you, I think you should, be nice, be a nice person. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. Yes and no. I will say I'm very focused and dedicated on my financial goals. If it's not financial goals, I get sidetracked a lot. I'm supposed to be working out like 3 times a week right now, according to my New Year's resolution. And I don't think I've worked out since December. Unless you count hiking. That's a little bit more, but, so I'm gonna say I agree, because a lot of the goals that I had set were deadlines from May, and I accomplished a lot of them already. Just because I didn't want to lose sight of why I was doing it. So yeah, we're gonna agree with that, but not like too much. All right, if you make a mistake, you start doubting yourself, your abilities, your knowledge. Absolutely. I'm gonna agree with that, yeah. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Absolutely. Yep, I hate people. So I definitely try to stick with the people I'm already aware of and already know me, because then you don't have to go through that awkward worry about the first impression bullshit. Okay, so we're not even halfway through. I might skip some of these. You usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of agree with that. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. Listen, I don't like crying in front of other people. In fact, I really hate it. So when I can't control it, it's the worst thing in life. So you would never let yourself cry in front of others. Absolutely. I hate it. All right. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet and intimate ones. That depends. Am I going to have to socialize in that bustling and busy atmosphere? I'm going to disagree with that. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. Yeah, absolutely. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. Yeah, for sure. Listening to what you want rather than what you think you need. Because I spent a lot of time using my head and it made me miserable. So I think I've been lately following my heart and figuring out what I really want rather than using my head and thinking about what other people would want for me and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna say I would rather listen to my heart going forward. Alright. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience. That's really, really vague. But yeah, I agree. I couldn't see myself doing that. Okay. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. I disagree. I forgive very, very easily. Just because it's easier, I suppose. Sorry, I'm trying not to touch my desk so hard, and it's not working. Alright, you usually prefer, so disagree. You often make decisions on a whim. Absolutely disagree. If it comes with change, it comes with anxiety, and so I think very, very hard about some decisions, like a lot of decisions that I make. I mean, even going to the gas station, I usually plan it a couple days in advance. Like, okay, yeah, I'll go to the gas station today. And that kind of thing. So, yeah. Okay. So, the time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. Again, depends on the people I'm spending time with. 100%. Because yes, being by myself, like I love being by myself, but when I'm with my friends or spending time with people that add something to my life, I guess, so I'm gonna kind of disagree with that because I have a lot of friends that add a lot to my life. Just in general, you know, we have a good time, they're great people to talk to, so yeah, I'm gonna disagree. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or movie. Definitely with a song, absolutely with music because I fucking love music. Movies, like I said, don't really care about, but because it said song, I'm gonna agree. You always know exactly what you want. I have no idea. I don't even know what I want out of my life right now. I have no clue where I'm going. I'm just fucking making videos and working and drinking Monster. You rarely think back on the choices you made and wonder what you could have done differently. Disagree. I think that was a question earlier, a similar question. I always think about choices I've made and what could have been different or how things could have been if I didn't do something, So, no, not rarely. I think about it a lot. Alright, when in a public place, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas. Yeah, absolutely. I tend to, sit in the corner, it's fine, it's whatever. You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. Absolutely disagree. Like I said, we should maybe go through my Pinterest page and just show you how unrealistic everything is on there. Doesn't change the fact that I still go on Pinterest, however. So yeah, disagree. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I'm trying to set this back up. Okay. No. I usually can't understand what people are feeling and why they're going through it, so. When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions upfront as possible. No, I usually just go with it. Go with the flow, figure it out along the way. There's some things you have to plan out, but, so we're gonna go here. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. Enough said about that one. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. No, don't talk to me. I'm not going to talk to you either. You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas or scenarios. Yeah, absolutely. You look after yourself first and others come in second. Nope, I definitely think about other people first. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. Absolutely, yeah. Routines suck. Your mood can change very quickly. Oh, so quickly. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important to reflect on why we're here, or even if we're here for a reason, which I personally don't think we are. And that's not to say like, oh, life is pointless, I'm gonna kill myself. No, it's more like life is pointless. Do whatever you want. You can go out and enjoy yourself, and nothing matters. Nothing matters. So, yeah, I often think about that, but personally, I don't think that, I don't think that there's any meaning. I think we're just here and we need to make the most of it just because we can. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. Hey, that's what I've been doing almost this whole video. But really, I think it's because I'm sitting by myself in a room with a fucking Christmas tree. So it's kind of easier to do that when you realize you're not really actually talking to anybody but a camera. So in person, I really hate doing that. So I'm gonna disagree, because this camera stuff doesn't count. All right, we are 80%. You've got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. No! Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't stick to my own goals. I'm just living. You rarely dwell on your regrets. I would say that's true. Like, I will reflect on mistakes that I've made, but I don't think I necessarily regret any of them, especially not anymore. I think I've moved past a lot of the regretting. And yeah, I still think about what could have happened and things like that, but that doesn't mean I wish it did happen differently, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't really regret very much anymore. So spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and need of a getaway. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I mean, even when I spend time with my friends, it still comes to a point where I'm drained. But I think being out in public and having to exist is just exhausting. So yeah, I definitely get drained. You see yourself more as a realist than a visionary. Yeah, I think I will go with that. You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have. Yeah, and it's such a strange thing too, but yeah, I can definitely feel for somebody who's going through something, even if I've never been down that path. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organized and consistent efforts. Absolutely. I'm terrible with that, but yeah. All right, we're at the last 10%, boys and girls. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Yeah, I'll agree. After a long, exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. I'm gonna say yes, because if I'm the one throwing the party, I know the people that are coming, so I definitely like to relax by having people over and just hanging out and chilling. So yeah, we're gonna agree. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change everyday life. I can't say that I don't. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. Yeah, I think that's true. Yep. Yeah, that's accurate. You still honor the commitments you have made even if you have a change of heart. Yeah. I don't really have it in me to hate or want revenge or anything like that. So, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm just gonna agree. You rarely feel insecure. Let's see my results. 78% introverted, 66% intuitive, 72% feeling, overthinking, that sounds about right, 76% prospecting, okay, and this trait, identity, turbulent. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. I'm not assertive at all. Right, so my personality type is INFPT. Start reading. Ooh, I can, would you like us to email these results before you start reading? It's completely optional, free, and only takes a few seconds. No, thanks. Oh, it's a mediator personality. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Mediator personalities are true idealists, always looking for the hint of good, even in the worst of people and events, searching for ways to make things better. While they may be perceived as calm, reserved, or even shy, mediators have an inner flame and passion that can truly shine. Comprising just 4% of the population, comprising just 4% of the population, the risk of feeling misunderstood is unfortunately high for the mediator personality type. But when they find like-minded people to spend their time with, the harmony they feel will be a fountain of joy and inspiration. All right, listen to many people but talk to few. I really like that because I'm not usually part of the conversation, but I do like to listen to other people's opinions and thoughts and things like that on whatever the conversation is about. But personally, I just usually let them talk and I'll just listen. Oh, cool. William Shakespeare, Alicia Keys, Tom Hiddleston, Julia Roberts, Johnny Depp, Frodo. That's really cool. That's cool. Okay, so Tom Hiddleston was one of my favorites back in high school. So that's really cool that we have a very similar outlook. Okay, so strengths and weaknesses. Idealistic, seek value and harmony, open-minded and flexible, very creative. I don't know about being very creative, but sure. Passionate and energetic, dedicated and hardworking. I definitely agree with that. It is perhaps more challenging for mediators to find a satisfying career than any other type. Wow, that is so accurate. I've done a lot of different job types as well, and I've only liked one, and I don't think it was because of the actual job type, but more so of the people that I worked with. First and foremost, it's seemingly every mediator's dream growing up to become an author. What? That's so true. While a novel is a classic choice, it's rarely an accessible one, and there are many viable options for freedom-loving mediators. The internet brings to the world the opportunity of blogging and freelance work. As organizations expand their reach beyond their native tongues, they will come to depend on mediator personality types with their gift for language and written expression. That's crazy. So that's like a thing. Like, I definitely wanted to be an author. I wanted to go to college and take a lot of writing classes. I still do write quite a bit. I just don't have anything to post. You know, nothing I'm like super proud of. I like doing little short stories that I get some inspiration somewhere and then I just jot something down. So yeah, that's crazy. That's definitely an accurate statement. People with the mediator personality type are flexible, open-minded, and give their subordinates the tools they need, be they responsible delegation or an intuitive and receptive sounding board to get the job done. True. Keeping their eyes on the horizon, mediators set goals that achieve a desirable end and help the people working under them make that happen. Absolutely. Because it's better to be a team and it's better to seem like people than to really take that, like it says, boss-employee opposition. Like, we're all people, you know, and the respect is there. You can treat them like human beings. You don't have to treat them like they're your employees. Because really, I mean, it definitely depends on the type of manager you are as well, but I think that I do a great job of still being a human being with the people that are under me. Could just be me. There's the downside to this style, as sometimes the boss just needs to be the boss. That's accurate, yeah. Mediators know how they feel about criticism and reluctant to subject others to that same experience, whether it's needed or even welcome. True! I try to work past that, and usually I'm able to, but it really sucks. And I think I take it to the point where I'm giving somebody feedback, I take it personally onto myself, and I'm like, wow, this feels terrible, and that's gonna feel terrible, and me saying it's gonna feel terrible. So I feel just as bad. That doesn't mean it's not necessary. Constant improvement? What does that mean? Constant improvers tend to be sensitive and introspective. They are often deep individuals who enjoy having their own space of freedom. Yeah. In general, these personality types tend to feel more comfortable on their own than mixed up in the judgment of the real world. Constant improvers tend to experience self-doubt. They have a strong drive, but it comes paired with the strong fear of failure. Okay. Alright, so yeah, this is the whole thing, 16personalities.com. Definitely go try it out. Take your personality quiz. Read through it if you want to. You do you, bud. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys do end up taking this quiz, just to see what other kind of personality traits are out there. Obviously, there's 16. But I really enjoyed doing this. This is really cool. Kind of a deep dive, and excuse my dog, Bandit. You want to say goodbye to the people? Come here. Come here. Come here. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. This is Bandit, everybody. Oh, what are you doing? He's a good girl. He's a good puppy. Say goodbye. Hey. All right. Get up. Get up. Down. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate the views, whatever. But like I said, comment down below if you guys take this quiz, and let me know how you did. Well, how you did. how you did is probably not the best way to say it. It is a test, but it's for you. But yeah, if you guys feel comfortable with it, let me know what kind of personality trait you like. Give me a brief description of what it is, just so I can get a feel for it. But that would be really, really cool. Anyways,